of Vietnam, connecting the world. A special artistic gala celebrating the major diplomatic milestones of 2025. Portraying a Vietnam entering a new era, dynamic, integrated, rich in identity. From ancient pride to the rising ambitions of today, these elements converge in one majestic symphony, Symphony of Vietnam. Featuring Miss Cosmo 2025 as a special guest host, alongside impressive performances by a top-tier lineup of artists and many other creative and inspiring acts. Where tradition meets innovation, where Vietnam speaks with confidence, connecting with the world. Airing at 8 p.m. Thursday, December 2025, 2 a.m. and 8:15 a.m. on the 1st of January 2026, exclusively on Vietnam Today.
Do you hear that, Yolina? In Vietnam, the sound of the festival drums marks the beginning of the most significant moments. It is the sound of conversions, where people, community, and history meet. And that is why every beginning of a great journey in Vietnam always begins with the sound of the drum.
The way Vietnam makes its entrance with the sound of the festive drum has me so intrigued. It makes Vietnam feel so useful and modern, but I know there's profound depth and history behind it.
Exactly, and that's why today's journey doesn't begin with speeches, but instead with a symphony.
And I'm ready to explore Vietnam step by step with you. I'm incredibly excited for tonight.
And that is why, Yolina and the audiences, I would like to invite you into the symphony where every composition offers a glimpse into a dynamic Vietnam in constant motion. Symphony of Vietnam!
theo một khát vọng của ông cha độc lập cho nước ta. Việt Nam, dòng tiền dòng hiến ngang. Việt Nam luôn vững vàng tiến xa. Việt Nam màu là không vinh quang, ánh sao vàng mãi trong tim Việt Nam. Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, valor and courage running through our veins. Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, may peace and freedom stay for all our days. Việt Nam ơi, Việt Nam ơi, may peace and freedom stay for all our days.
Every nation has a rhythm, a sound shaped by history, a melody forged by time. 2025 is a defining movement in the symphony called Vietnam. A Vietnam redefining its governance, laying the foundations for sustainable development. These are the notes of vision, of discipline, of a nation preparing to rise. 2025 also marks 50 years of national reunification, endurance, unwavering aspiration, a powerful movement. Deep, resonant, and impossible to forget. 80 years since the August Revolution of 1945 and Vietnam's National Day, the enduring echoes of independence, freedom, of a people who choose their own destiny, still resonating, inspiring. Past, present, future. All converge in 2025, the first year of a new era, a nation in harmony, a future in motion. Symphony of Vietnam.
Before coming to Vietnam for Miss Cosmo 2025, my knowledge of this country was very limited, and it came mostly from my history classes. But upon arriving in Vietnam, I experienced a very different Vietnam than I was expecting. It's dynamic, confident, and growing at a truly impressive speed.
After the war, rising from a depleted economy, Vietnam chose a path of reform and integration, placing people and social stability at the foundation of growth. And today, that journey is reflected in very clear numbers. In 2025, Vietnam's economy grew approximately 8%. GDP per capita surpassed $5,000 mark, placing Vietnam in the upper middle income group. And foreign direct investment to Vietnam in the first 11 months of 2025 reached $33.7 billion, the highest in the past 5 years. And from reconstruction to growth, from small-scale production to global integration, Vietnam is now operating in a modern economy in a volatile world.
These figures speak of more than just growth. They show a nation that's entering a new, unmistakable era of confidence. So as we look ahead, what path is Vietnam choosing for its future?
Like you are seeing around us right now, large-scale infrastructural projects. From Long Thanh International Airport to the North-South Expressway, and not to mention seaport system, logistics hub, and newly developed urban areas. That is not just to expand Vietnam's development capacity, but also help Vietnam integrate more deeply with the world. But there's another thing. Vietnam is pursuing a long-term vision for developing a green economy, to driving digital transformation, as well as building a knowledge economy with its people, education, and innovation at the center.
Well, from its historic roots to future aspirations, it seems Vietnam is writing its new chapter in this symphony of development.
close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in the world that's we design. 'Cause every night I light in red, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Could be a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one that you make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to the world as we design. 'Cause every night I light in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams to keep me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we gotta make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I light in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams to keep me away. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
A truly moving performance, A Million Dreams, reminds me that every great stride a nation takes begins with a dream, especially those nurtured amidst challenging adversity. Wouldn't you agree, Dylan?
Absolutely. As someone who was born and raised in Vietnam, I really couldn't agree more. Because for Vietnam, that dream took shape after the war, when the nation was devastated and resources were scarce. Yet, the aspiration to rise never really extinguished. From that moment on, Vietnam chose the path of reform, identifying knowledge, science and technology, and creativity as key drivers for national reconstruction, elevate the value of labor, improving the quality of life, and gradually, deeply integrate it with the world.
In a symphony called Vietnam 2025, science and technology become the notes of intellect. Where ideas move, creativity flows, and the aspiration for progress rises in harmony. Under Resolution Number 57, science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation move as one, shaping the foundation for rapid and sustainable growth. National platforms are taking form. 14.5 million public service records processed. 83% are online. 84 digital platforms deployed. Building data infrastructure. Empowering digital citizens. Vietnam steps into the global digital front line. As Viettel deploys its 5G network with 2,500 dedicated base stations nationwide. The Artificial Intelligence Law was passed, effective from March 2026, placing Vietnam among the few nations with a comprehensive AI framework. This year also marks the rise of Make in Vietnam technologies. Vietnamese large language models, AI camera powering smart cities, industrial robots accelerating production, homegrown UAVs taking flight, and a strategic national blockchain foundation. But technology does not soar on its own. It ascends with people, the conductors of Vietnamese intellect. Those who dare to think bigger, create differently, and shape the future. From these minds, Make in Vietnam products resonate with the nation's aspiration to rise, carrying Vietnam forward confidently into a new era.
I'm truly impressed. It's not just about technology, but the way Vietnam places its faith in knowledge and in its people to step into this new era and to adapt.
You're exactly right.
Natural disasters leave behind such devastating loss and heartbreak to all of humanity, and I'm sure in Vietnam as well.
Yes, as a coastal country, in 2025, Vietnam has experienced waves of typhoons and floods that has left devastating loss. But it is in those moments that we've seen Vietnamese spirits shines the brightest. Compassionate and ingenuity. Amidst all of this devastating loss, we've seen local functional forces and communities come together to deliver aid to people to help uplift them in their harshest moments. And you're seeing coming down from the ceiling right now, that is the drone that's been operating in the central region, helping delivering aid to the right people at the right time, all the necessities that they need to overcome the hardship and loss, contributing to preserving life, fragile moments.
Wow, that is truly admirable to not only see the drone, but to see the science and technology that is being innovative to help with search and rescue, to give resources in such natural disasters. It does make me question and curious, how is technology being integrated into everyday life in Vietnam?
In Vietnam, technology is not confined to the laboratory alone. In the hospitals, you can see technology roaming around, helping doctors delivering COVID-19 medicine to patients. In firefighting, you're also going to see technology tagging along with firefighters in the fight against intense blaze. But also in agriculture, you're also going to see technology helping farmers not only cutting down workloads, but also helping boosting efficiency.
Wow, that's amazing. It makes something very clear to me that technology and science is really its true meaning when it serves humanity, when every innovation extends a helping hand, when it helps, uplifts, and protects people when they face their harshest challenge or reality.
Một cơn lũ lịch sử rất là lớn. Bắt đầu từ ngày 28 là đâu có địa bàn của thôn là trên 80% là của nước.
Nước lớn nhanh lên, mình ngập lúc cái đào với lại một con ta, giờ lan chưa hết đồ mà chán non bị xấu.
Là tới 39 độ ba, nhờ là chưa có thuốc hạ sốt, thì anh cấp bỏ gà đem hơi của thuốc hạ sốt lại cho đá.
Trang vàng 3 tiếng, 4 tiếng là nó sẽ sốc lại, cũng vẫn sốc cô đấy đó.
Sang hạ sốt nó là bắt đầu đi đồng láng, nó mắc nước ra, cháu là rất là mệt mũ.
The river beside the house, usually so calm, had now turned violent. The family struggled to find a way to take the baby for emergency treatment.
Địa điểm của nhà cháu bé bị sốt, nước lớn rất nhanh và chảy xiết. Cano không thể tiếp cận được.
Không đi được hả?
The family asked the doctor to prepare a prescription in neighboring common that was not cut off by flooding. But they still could not find a way to deliver the medicine.
Sợ nguy cơ chá, sợ sẽ bị mất chá mình đó.
Hope came to Ngok's family when a relative called and told him to share his location at Đại Lợi Bridge, the only dry spot in the area.
Đầu tiên ấy là chúng tôi sẽ thực hiện cái việc là bay một chuyến bay khảo sát. Cái nhà người nhận thì nó lại không cùng phía. Ở đấy thì có các cái cột điện cao thế, cao đến tới 45 đến 50 mét. Đây cũng là một cái bài toán lớn. Đội ngũ của chúng tôi đã ngay lập tức đưa ra cái phương án phải cho máy bay bay ở độ cao bao nhiêu. Thứ hai là xác định thật chắc chắn được cái vị trí của nhà người nhận. Chúng tôi bổ sung thêm vào đấy là các cái thực phẩm, đồ ăn và đồ uống cho người nhận. Chuyến bay thì bay cũng rất là nhanh thôi, chưa đến 5 phút.
Thấy chiếc lực cột bay ra là tôi rất là mừng. Tự nhiên là cái tâm trạng tính tố là
mình là có hy vọng, mình mừng rồi có thuốc là em bé sẽ uống thuốc nên là sẽ khỏe lại.
Chúng tôi thấy được cái điểm mạnh của cái drone này, giao chỉ một cái đơn thuốc cho một cái hộ gia đình mà còn cũng không biết được cái hộ gia đình đấy ở đâu và bằng cách nào để có thể tìm. Chúng tôi quyết định là bàn làm chứ không bàn lùi, bằng mọi giá phải thực hiện được cái chuyến bay đấy.
From that spirit, Vietnamese technology becomes a bridge to life, bringing science and technology back to their true purpose, for people, for life.
Tôi là người Việt Nam.
What we have just witnessed reveals Vietnam's remarkable inner strength, from sharing and compassion to overcoming adversity through intelligence and community spirit. Dylan, when it comes to stepping on the global stage, how does Vietnam carry forward these values?
Well, I'm glad to give you the answer. It is through composure, steadfastness, and a spirit of cooperation. Now, in the past year, amidst global volatility, Vietnam has chose a clear and distinct path forward to become a trustworthy partner for international friends and a voice for peace, stability, and sustainable development. From high-level exchanges to proactive initiatives at multilateral forums and the unwavering bonds between international friends, Vietnamese legacy and diplomacy has left a proud legacy of milestones.
And perhaps this is the perfect moment for us to reflect on how Vietnam connects to the rest of the world through relationships, partnerships, and trust.
Amid global fluctuations, a symbol of independence, self-reliance, peace, stability, and multilateralism emerges.
Ngoại giao Việt Nam không chỉ phụng sự Tổ quốc phục vụ nhân dân mà còn góp phần thắp sáng niềm tin về một thế giới hòa bình, hợp tác và phát triển.
2025 marked a defining year for Vietnam diplomacy. 50 plus high-level visits. Relations elevated with 17 more nations. 14 comprehensive strategic partnerships covering all 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council. Diplomatic relations with every one of the 193 United Nations member states. From active participation to proactive shaping in multilateral diplomacy. The 2nd ASEAN Future Forum. The 4th P4G Summit. And notably, the UN Convention Against Cybercrime. Global trust affirmed. Vietnam re-elected to the UN Human Rights Council 2026-2028. Steadfast in its 4 No's policy, expanding friendly global cooperation. Blue berets in global hotspots. A commitment to peace. Exciting people-to-people diplomacy. Vietnam Diplomacy 2025. Solid momentum for a new era of development.
Looking back at what we've just seen, it's clear that this past year has been a very dynamic one for Vietnamese diplomacy. Dylan, what does all these highlights tell the world about Vietnam?
Well, I do have a lot to say, but I think it would be better coming off from our international experts who have probably looking at these problems and issues and matters way longer than I have. And so why don't we connect with them right now? Well, thank you so much, you both, for joining Symphony of Vietnam today. And so our question to both of our experts is that 2025 has seen Vietnam's increasingly deep engagement across regional and global frameworks. What significance do these contributions hold for broader global cooperation?
Vietnam's diplomatic calendar for 2025, so to say, has been exceptionally active. For security and sovereignty, Vietnam continued to be a leading voice within ASEAN as a re-elected member of the United Nations Human Rights Council for the term of 2026 up to 2028 term. Vietnam will use this platform to showcase its development achievements and advocate for a balanced, unbiased and dialogue-based approach to human rights.
As well as Vietnam also has leveraged itself as BRIC partners. Those kind of positive engagements that Vietnam plays in the regions has also contributed significantly to Vietnam's as well as the regions.
Thank you both. And in your view, what do the high-level diplomatic engagements of the past year reveal about Vietnam's international standing and the values that are being recognized by the global community?
All of the diplomatic activities this year highlight differentiated cooperation. The frequency and substance of high-level visits underscore Vietnam's rising credibility as a neutral and strategic dialogue partner. This demonstrates the operational mastery of Vietnam's bamboo diplomacy.
Partners, countries, and institutions appreciate Vietnam's willingness to contribute constructively to come up with good solutions for the regions as well as for the global economy.
Well, thank you both for your insight. This notion of bamboo diplomacy, flexible yet resilient, offers a great and compelling understanding for Vietnamese diplomatic position.
Well, indeed, what I've also learned from both of our experts here today is that Vietnam's growing role as a constructive contributor. And so here's our last question to our experts. Looking ahead, how do you see Vietnam's future role as a trusted, practical partner across different areas of cooperation?
First one is the institutional synergy facilitator. The second role is a norm shaper in particular branches of international law as well as in emerging domains.
I think Vietnam has been able to cemented itself in the regional supply chains, in skills, in the pool of talents, as well as in the green transitions.
Well, thank you both so much.
thăm chốn thiêng, mong sao quê hương giang tay đón tôi, mong ước đêm ngày trở về, lòng tôi yêu mến Việt Nam. Tell me all about my color, my hair, and my little feet that have carried me every mile of the way. Wanna see how your sweet, show me all I do not know. What is something floating market, light of gold? All I know of you is on the side of the wall. A film back over love, the helicopter roll. One day I'll touch your soil. One day I'll finally know your soul. One day I come to you to say hello, Vietnam. And Buddha made of stone watch over me. My dreams, they lead me to the free to rise. In prayer, in the light, I see my skin. I touch my tree, my rose, my bikini. One day I touch your soil. One day I'll finally know your soul. One day I come to you to say hello, Vietnam. One day I touch your soul. One day I'll finally know your soul. One day I come to you to say hello, Vietnam. To say hello, Vietnam. To say xin chào, Vietnam.
One
Day we'll finally know Vietnam, and that is today.
Well, thank you so much for that. And so I really want to ask, when you accept the opportunity to go to Vietnam for Miss Cosmo 2025, what impresses you the most about Vietnam?
Yeah, I've been here for a short time, but I've been enjoying the incredible food, traveling to very different regions, each with their own story. And yet, in the short time I've been here, despite traveling and embracing as much as I can, I feel like there's still so much that I need to explore and take in.
Exactly, and that is the sentiment not only you felt, but also for many people around the world as well. Because there's so much to Vietnam's beauty that it's hard to explore, whether you've seen them on social medias or simply on televisions. But that is exactly one of the reasons why Vietnam Today, the international TV channel, was established. And do you know the motto for the channel?
Ooh, I do not.
Well, it's right behind you. Your window on Vietnam. A window so you can see, understand, and put a little bit of Vietnam closer to your heart. And through our TV channel, Vietnam Today, the program Symphony of Vietnam will keep carrying on the melodies and image of Vietnam to the rest of the world.
2025, a year of movement. A year of connection. A year when Vietnam's voice resonated further than ever before. This is the Symphony of Vietnam. September 7, 2025, Vietnam Today went on air. Not to follow the conversation, but to lead it.
edition of Vietnam Today.
A modern, confident, global voice telling Vietnam's story in Vietnam's own words. In just 4 months, more than 1,000 news reports, over 800 original programs. From Asia to the Americas to Europe, with expansion towards Oceania underway.
Vietnam Today is here to share Vietnam's increasingly internationally recognized culture.
From Paris, the heart of France and the cultural heartbeat of Europe, where centuries of history and heritage never fade.
Have you ever wondered how a remote Scottish castle would hold the key to connecting two very different cultures?
Vietnam's story is no longer just broadcast. It is heard, it is felt, it is shared.
It's amazing to have a channel like yours here in New York because Vietnam is an amazing country.
A window for the whole world to see Vietnam more than just as a place to visit, but also learn about its daily life.
Vietnam Today is more than a channel. It is a connection, a commitment. Vietnam Today, a special note in the symphony of a rising Vietnam.
In 2025, we have witnessed Vietnamese culture moved on from being preserved to full-on being transformed into cultural products. So things like films, music, and even big cultural events.
And what's interesting is that these creations aren't just intended for domestic use.
That is right. Many Vietnamese artists, works, and even cultural spaces have reached international markets, drawing strong attentions and impressions as well as global attractions. And that is when culture turned into an industry, creating economic benefits, expressing identity, and connecting Vietnam with the rest of the world.
It's a very modern way of storytelling, where culture is both the foundation and the driver of development.
And if there's anything we've learned about Vietnam in 2025, that's the country is taking confident steps along this path.
2025 marked a major leap for Vietnamese music on the global stage. With Phu Dong Thiên Vương blending folk music and modern rap, Đức Phúc won Intervision 2025 in Russia.
The performance stood out for its folk-inspired melodies and costumes, reflecting the distinctive beauty of Vietnamese tradition.
Meanwhile, Phương Mỹ Chi impressed with a fusion of folk and contemporary music.
Music is a bridge for me to connect with international friends and audiences.
From international tours, Museum of Regrets by Vũ attracted more than 3,500 audiences in Australia. Schedule Rose brought Vietnamese lyrical melodies to the Dolby Theatre and the Sydney Opera House. Meanwhile, Bach Bling emerged as a global phenomenon. At home, the concert season has surged with a wave of large-scale shows. From Anh Trai Say Hi to Call Me By Fire, showcasing a vibrant musical atmosphere, to the national concerts. Together, they spread pride and reaffirm the vitality of Vietnamese music today.
I'm so impressed, and I'm also thinking, well done fans and well done artists for introducing the traditional music into the 21st century.
People once joked that concerts mean flying abroad, but now overseas audiences are traveling thousands of miles to Vietnam, showing how much concert organization has advanced.
G-Dragon's 2025 World Tour drew over 100,000 fans in Vietnam, placing the country on the global tour map as a standout regional destination. The concert signaled a lead in scale and quality, boosting Vietnam's cultural industries.
It opens up a model, not just for cultural industry, but for cultural and artistic business. It drives audience consumption and helps elevate public aesthetics.
Who's gonna be the best in Áo Dài performance? Miss
Cosmo Peru.
The image of Vietnamese traditional costume outside at Miss Cosmo 2025 stands out and pervades well-crafted Vietnamese identity.
Now I think it's a time for Vietnam to showcase to the world, just like the slogan of Vietnam is Raising Era. And you can see that this year the theme of Miss Cosmo is Raising Dragon. In the long run, I think we want to position Miss Cosmo as a bright brand of Vietnam.
On the cinema scene, the global audience of Le Grand Rex, Europe's largest cinema, witnessed the first ever successful Vietnam Film Festival week held in Paris. This success aligns with Vietnam's 2030 cultural industry strategy with a vision to 2045. All 17 screenings of 17 films sold out, attracting more than 6,000 viewers, both Vietnamese and international.
Vietnamese Cinema Week in France is taking place at a moment when Vietnamese cinema is experiencing a rare surge of momentum. If initiatives like this continue, the global reach of Vietnamese cinema will expand faster and more effectively, truly turning cinema into an art form without borders.
I trust the young generation. The young people in Vietnam has a lot of things to do, a lot of things to show. They are very strong, they have very good ideas. Because of the quality of the project, people can feel like going to the movie to see a Vietnamese film. It's because it's good.
Red Rain, a phenomenon of Vietnamese cinema and the country's highest grossing film of all time, offered international audiences a moving portrayal of Vietnam's history and people.
It had been a long time since I cried in a cinema. The film showed the resilience of the Vietnamese people and helped me understand their longing for peace.
From music and live performance to film and other creative fields, Vietnam's cultural industries are not only being preserved, but are evolving into soft power, shaping a shared rhythm of national development and projecting the country's identity, confidence, and creative ambition to the world.
Có những tiếng hát tôi muốn đem cho đời mà làn môi không nên lời. Có những tiếc nuối tựa như chim trời bay đi thôi nhớ nhung thêm làm chi. Rồi từ ly ngày em đưa tôi qua sông con nhớ không? Bầu trời sẽ không trên cánh đồng. Từng ngọn lúa đang mùa trổ bông vừa tròn đôi mươi, hành trang ra đi đâu có gì ngoài nụ cười và nỗi nhớ thương vô bờ, chờ ngày bình yên. Sau bao nhiêu năm mới có ngày hòa bình, dù hòa bình ấy cũng đã lấy đi bao máu xương dân mình. Trong đêm hoa đằng sau ngày vui chiến thắng có bao cái tên nằm lại nơi đây. Hẹn kháng chiến nếu con còn chưa về, mẹ ơi vui lên, mẹ có đứa con anh hùng. Đem thanh xuân gieo tự do cho đất nước, với con thế thôi còn gì đẹp hơn. Với con thế thôi còn gì đẹp hơn.
Lối về quanh có chẳng níu bước chân tôi về, có còn hôm qua ở đó. Hết ngày âu lo rồi mong mãi hôm nay về, thấy hoa vàng ở trên cỏ xanh. Tôi thấy lặng lẽ phương sau hè,
rời tôi thấy hạnh phúc bên kia đồi, khỏi những bình yên nào ghé chơi, gần lắm sao vơi vời, tuổi thanh xuân cũng như mây trời. Lối về quanh co chẳng níu bước chân tôi về, có còn hôm qua ở đó. Hết ngày âu lo rồi mong mãi hôm nay về, thấy hoa vàng hái trên cỏ xanh. Lối về quanh co chẳng níu bước chân tôi về, có còn hôm qua ở đó.
Film isn't the only way Vietnamese culture travels. In my journeys, I've experienced Vietnam in some unexpected places. From dining tables to familiar flavors to the way people tell stories of home through food.
Exactly. From Vietnamese restaurants in Africa to food streets in the UK, a Vietnamese culture is spreading through human, approachable ways. No grand stages, no big lights, just honest flavors with emotions that evoke memory and connections.
Perhaps it's that simplicity that allows Vietnamese culture to touch people's hearts wherever they are in the world.
And that is where the Symphony will take us next, where Vietnamese culture has moved beyond its border into the global stage, along with its films, cuisine, musics, and the people who carry the love for their home with them.
Thousands of kilometers from Vietnam in Africa, Vietnamese cuisine captivates diners with rich, heartwarming flavors. In Britain's Manchester City, many locals and international friends are becoming increasingly curious about Vietnam through its flavors and food. Cuisine has become a bridge connecting people and Vietnamese culture in these remarkable lands.
Here in this vibrant African market, every scent, every sound, every color tells stories. For many Vietnamese people living in Angola, this is where their journey to recreate the taste of home begins.
3 times a week, Tạ Văn Trọng, who has lived in Angola for more than 20 years, visits Kafika, one of the most iconic markets in the capital city of Luanda, to select the best ingredients for his Vietnamese kitchen.
There are many difficulties, such as sourcing ingredients and finding the best ones. We have to recruit chefs from Vietnam, and even the spices have to be brought over from Vietnam. We also have to figure everything out ourselves, including making tofu. I'm very confident that Vietnamese cuisine will be able to satisfy the local taste in Angola.
Set beneath centuries-old African cotton trees in Nairobi, Kenya, there is a special restaurant. With its decor and dishes rich in Vietnamese style, few people know that these meals are prepared by African chefs who have been trained and mentored by Vietnamese chefs.
It was a new culture, new beginning in Kenya, different cuisine. First, we had the Vietnamese chefs also telling us how to make them, how to do this. So like the pho was one of the best flavored soup I've ever tasted. It's like now if maybe I can go to like Vietnam, it's like I'm home because I've already learned their culture, learned their foods, their style of cooking.
Right, 2 would be enough. And this one the same. Spread them out.
Deeply rooted in her heritage, Thanh Nhung, a former chevening scholar from Da Nang, has created a Vietnam-UK cultural house in Middleton. using food as a gateway to share the diversity of Vietnamese culture with both the local Vietnamese community and international friends.
In the United Kingdom, the Vietnamese community is relatively small and still receives limited attention. Simply introducing culture on its own would not initially attract people. That is why I believe starting with a restaurant is more effective. This place is welcoming people in and allowing Vietnamese culture to gradually reach international friends.
With passion and a deep love for Vietnamese cuisine, they have introduced Vietnamese culture and won over diners in faraway lands.
For Vietnamese food, it's very nice. I've never been to Vietnam, but I'd love to go to Vietnam. Definitely, to try the food there especially, I think would be really nice.
It's very unique, because often you go to a restaurant and you enjoy the food, yes, but then you leave. But here, you can see how much it means to the owner to share Vietnamese culture with British people. It's very nice.
It's nice to have it in Middleton where we can come and be a little bit a part of it, but definitely would want to go to Vietnam. That's definitely somewhere that's been on my list.
Yeah, definitely.
Dylan, after watching all of these performances, I feel like I'm not just watching a show. I feel like I'm truly being invited into a Vietnamese space or story about culture, the environment, and the experiences within.
What is it that you feel?
I feel a lot of love and passion towards Vietnam. It's amazing to watch all these experiences, the history, the culture, but also the new modern light.
That's exactly where a lot of people would want to explore a little bit further.
Further? Further how?
Further right now.
Wow.
So that is Hanoi, the northern part of Vietnam, where the beauty of the 4 seasons just gives rise to beauties all around the year, unique in every season. And right behind you over there is the central region of Vietnam, where the beauty of historical sites blends in with nature.
I see a familiar place.
Yes, we see snows falling over on that side as well.
Yeah.
If you've watched Miss Cosmo 2025. It's all thanks to these beautiful places that a lot of people really want to come to Vietnam and explore.
Yes, I feel like I found that Vietnam doesn't invite people with slogans, but really about the idea of experiences, the culture, and the people within Vietnam.
You're not the only one who is feeling that way, because millions of tourists around the world also comes to Vietnam wanting to experience that new world. But also at the same time, if they've visited Vietnam before, they want to have the experience over and over and over again.
Well, show me, and the audience, of course, how we're going to experience that journey and that feeling.
Absolutely. So, let's go and experience the stories of Vietnam's tourism.
When a nation steps onto the world stage, it is not through introduction, but through identity. International recognition. In 2025, Vietnam's tourism continues to be honored at the World Travel Awards, affirming the global significance of its natural landscapes and cultural heritage. Phong Nha Ke Bang, recognized as a leading symbol of Vietnam's nature-based tourism, a place where natural wonders are preserved, where identity is sustained through community life. Culture rooted in community Lo Lo Chai, Quinh Son. 2 Vietnamese villages recognized by UN Tourism as best tourism villages in the world. Phu Quoc on the global map. On the international tourism map, Phu Quoc continues to be prominently recognized. Condé Nast Traveler ranks the island #1 in Asia and among the top 3 worldwide. Named the most beautiful island in Asia and one of the world's most compelling destinations, according to the Reader's Choice Awards 2025. Lonely Planet ranks Quy Nhon among the world's top 25 destinations for 2026. In 2025, Vietnam welcomes 20 million international visitors. A new milestone, a new record. Visit Vietnam officially launches, a national tourism platform powered by digital data. Introducing a new approach, where destinations, experiences, and inspiration are intelligently connected. A new gateway bringing the world closer to Vietnam in the digital era. Closing Vietnam 2025. Identity defines the destination. Experience drives its appeal. Symphony of Vietnam. A country the world wants to discover.
Tinh hoa ngấm sâu trong từng nốt nhạc, đơm hoa chớp cánh theo lời ca.
Tôi nghe những giai thoại hùng tráng về người Việt giữa đất trời tuôn về.
Tinh hoa chứa chan trong ngòi bút này, tự hào viết cho nhân loại hay.
Dựng xây văn hóa kết trái đơm hoa, trăm triệu dân mãi tràn hòa. Từ văn hóa sẽ có tinh hoa, đất Việt chắp cánh vươn xa.
Tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam.
Đây tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam.
Ngàn năm kháng chiến đã có ông cha, thế hệ giữ nước giữ nhà, yêu văn hóa con cháu chúng ta, thế hệ tiếp nối tinh hoa.
Tiến lên Việt Nam, từ quá khứ đến ngày mai, cha ông ta trao niềm tin cùng một ý chí không phai. Hôm nay ta tiếp bước một kỷ nguyên mới được sang trang, dựng xây một tương lai tươi sáng bằng bàn tay Việt Nam. Bứt phá giới hạn và vượt ngưỡng chính mình, con đường không bằng phẳng cho hành trình đi lên. Thử thách là động lực để phát triển bản thân và cội nguồn Việt Nam sẽ không bao giờ quên. Thiên tai biến động ta vẫn chung một nhịp tim không chia cắt. Việt Nam giơ tay lái và hướng về tương lai, người trẻ cùng hướng về ngày mai. Young people, we try our best, dream big and we never rest. Aim higher than the Everest, aim higher than the Everest. Technology innovate, develop and cement our place. Work harder, work smarter, reading ourselves every day. Let's go. Một thế hệ trẻ đang hội nhập và ngày mỗi ngày sẽ đi lên. Symphony of Việt Nam, cờ đỏ sao vàng mình ghi tên. Một thế hệ trẻ đang hội nhập và ngày mỗi ngày sẽ đi lên. Symphony of Việt Nam, cờ đỏ sao vàng mình ghi tên.
Ai đi khắp năm châu học bao điều, ngày về giúp quê hương được nhiều.
Chung tay những tinh hoa về đây rồi, ngày hội nối trăm triệu vòng tay.
Tinh hoa máu đỏ trong hạt lúa vàng, tinh hoa khác khi nơi bầu cờ.
Tinh hoa sống với nhau tình nghĩa là tinh hoa vốn trong người Việt ta.
Dựng xây văn hóa kết trái đơm hoa, trăm triệu dân mãi tràn hòa. Từ văn hóa sẽ có tinh hoa, đất Việt chắp cánh vươn xa.
Tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam.
Đây tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam. Ngàn năm kháng chiến đã có ông cha, thế hệ giữ nước giữ nhà, yêu văn hóa con cháu chúng ta, thế hệ tiếp nối tinh hoa. Đây tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam. Đây tinh hoa người Việt Nam, tinh hoa người Việt Nam. Ngàn năm kháng chiến đã có ông cha, thế hệ giữ nước giữ nhà, yêu văn hóa con cháu chúng ta, thế hệ tiếp nối tinh hoa.
Once again, thank you to all the performers, artists, and musicians who are here today to join us in this beautiful harmony together of Symphony of Vietnam.
And as the final notes fade of Vietnam Quintessence, I realized that tonight was more than a performance. It was a story told through multiple voices.
Voices drawn from the past and the present, from creativity and aspiration, and from Vietnamese people, both at home and across the world.
A performance each told with a different voice.
But together they formed a symphony, confident, unified, and full of vitality.
A Vietnam that preserves its identity.
And is ready to connect.
A Vietnam that tells a story through its culture.
And listens to the world with openness. That is the spirit of Symphony of Vietnam, connecting the world.
Thank you for joining us for this special gala evening.
We look forward to seeing you again in more stories of Vietnam told in Vietnam's own voice on Vietnam Today.
In our time, what is Vietnam today? From ancient rhythms to contemporary sound, from timeless pagodas to tomorrow's skylines, from historic triumph to a spirit that carries Vietnam forward. You'll find the answer right here on Vietnam Today, your window on Vietnam. Every hour, every story, every voice.
Hello and welcome to Newsline, the news bulletin of Vietnam Today.
You're just a source for what matters in Vietnam and around the world.
For top stories of this hour, Party General Secretary Tho Lam's working visit to South Korea is drawing international headlines.
Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính proposed 5 pioneering orientations.
Vietnam Today is the global voice of the dynamic nation. Broadcasting in English, we bring trusted news, inspiring stories, and fresh perspectives to the world.
You are watching Newsline from Vietnam Today.
Your window on Vietnam.
Kinh nghiệm của dân tộc tôi thì đẩy cái văn hóa đối thoại, không có vấn đề gì mà không thể giải quyết được.
A modern media platform that tells the story of a dynamic, forward-moving nation.
In Resolution 68, the private sector is going to be the driving force in the economy, and it sets out these ambitious goals.
Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Pleased to meet you.
Have a seat. Something that kind of intrigued you about Vietnam Today?
Fascinated, really. The amazing thing was, it was everywhere I went.
Vietnam Today covers what shapes a nation and what connects it to the world. Providing real-time insights and in-depth stories that matter to Vietnam and the world.
Phương Liên reporting for Vietnam Today, Forbidden City, China.
Quang Linh reporting
I'm
for
here in
Vietnam
Singapore,
Today.
reporting on how Vietnam's stepping.
From the city that never sleeps to the story that never stops. Vietnam Today, wherever you are.
I'm currently in Hoi An, Da Nang City, where culinary creativity is thriving.
Vietnam Today, telling Vietnam's story through every flavor, every cultural nuance.
There
are those delicate noodles, rice noodles, that balance it very nice.
Vietnam Today. Arts, entertainment, and innovation through the lens of a uniquely Vietnamese perspective.
Welcome to Ha Long Bay! Welcome to Vietnam Discovery! We have so many lovely things to show you.
I'm Ling in Hanoi, and this is Vietnam Today.
Through our lens, we present Vietnam Today to the world. A new era of national advancement. This is Vietnam Today. Now streaming on TV, digital platforms, and social media. Your window on Vietnam.
Flavors of the past. Creativity of today. Street corners alive with sizzling woks. Vietnam's cuisine is both rustic and refined. A dialogue between heritage and innovation. Along the shape of Vietnam, every dish is a memory. From lush patties to coastal towns, from humble kitchens to royal feasts, Vietnam is a paradise of flavor and soul.
Vietnamese cuisine carries the rhythm of daily life. From steaming bowls of pho in the morning air to the crisp bite of bánh xèo shared among friends, food is how stories are told. It is comfort. It is celebration.
Every region is a chapter. Every dish is a story. Here, simplicity meets sophistication. Rustic and refined, inventive and enduring. Vietnam's cuisine is more than what we eat. It is how we connect, how we live, how we remember.
So good.
Wow.
I will eat everything, absolutely everything.
Vietnam culinary heaven.
Was a really good content library, so it's really good to try to bring Vietnamese content to foreign people, I would say.
VTV brings high-quality programs to introduce to platforms, distributors, and producers at ITF this year.
Vietnamese content is getting a lot of exposure now on streaming platforms. And Vietnam, as a very young and vibrant market with a lot of good creators, people with fresh ideas, we hope to see more Vietnamese creators and production companies, distributors at ATF.
Vietnam Today, a very well-made application, the same of US or European similar service.
The future for sure will be brilliant.